people always ask anyway, so I'm just going to start out trying to explain what our designs do, which ones ride like what.
How cool, brothers and sisters. Welcome to Aquabrain TV.
How you doing? I'm Eddie Sixberry. I'm the owner of Aloud Snowskates. I'm here with a bunch of my crew.
You can find Eddie at AloudSnowskates.com. That's AloudSnowskates.com. Hey, Eddie, how's it going, man?
Good. How are you?
Dude, I'm doing great. Yeah, no kidding. How was your winter?
We've had a pretty cool season. We didn't get the snow we all wanted. I mean, everybody knows I can't lie and say we had phenomenal snow, but we've had fun.
You had some good
We
days.
did a lot of cool stuff this year. We did some goofing off. Just the other day, Trenton took the STFU through the water pond.
Oh yeah, I think I saw that clip. That was
yeah.
He didn't make it very far.
Yeah, it was pretty fun. It was
awesome. Hey,
we love doing stuff like that. We just want to have fun and goof off.
So I know we just had you on, and I think you didn't really have an opportunity to explain your skis and everything in a very concise way. So I think that's why we're doing this, right?
Yeah, I think we were a little excited, just goofing off, and I think we had a few too many beers that night. That day. Beers, I think it was beers and tacos involved. So yeah.
Is that weird, like preseason, right? It was just the snow wasn't quite there yet, and
yeah, we had just enough to ride. I think the tube in the yard, barely anything.
Well, cool. So I'm gonna go to a full screen here. This is a little different for Aquabrain. I'm gonna get out of the shot and to let you explain your subs. Your what do you call them? Skis?
You can call them whatever you want. I just call them skis because I have them built at a ski manufacturer. I've heard them be called blades. Skis is just simpler. Everybody knows what a ski is. So I just go with ski.
Subdeck.
Well, it is for the subdeck, yeah. These are the skis for our subdeck, basically. So I have the skis built at a Folsom Ski in Denver, which these guys rock. Everything when I want to make a sweep, they rock. We have two different top decks. I'll get into that. I'll show you how that works. Two different stances of top decks. We're coming up with more. I'll show you. Got all kinds of crap in the mix now. So first of all, I want to introduce our skis because all of them have their own characteristics and their own ride. Some are similar, some are different. So we came up with a new 138, the Hare. Super cool graphic done by Adrian. Rich will tell you all about that stuff later. So you can notice the profile. If you can see that, it's the same outline, same size ski, same width, same stance.
Yeah.
Whole different profile and different flex. So completely different ride. This is our Loosest Ski, which a lot of people like the loose ski. So we loosened it up. And this thing is a blast. I rode through the trees on it, testing it, and I came out giggling. It was so fun. So turny. This ski, it hooks up. We're not gonna discontinue this model. You can see it has less rise in the nose and tail. This thing is a mini rocket. Super fun to ride. Everybody has preferences, so we're trying to mix them up. So now we got the 152s, which has been one of my favorites.
So those are your cruiser, like shorter. Those are the shortest skis you have right there.
These are the 138. They're the
138.
Shortest skis. So one of them, the Sorcerer, it hooks up like no tomorrow. Like it rides like has a very downhill longboard style, downhill skateboard style to it. This one has more of a playful style. It's for lighter people, park riding, tree riding, just a softer ride, just a looser tail, so to say, which turns. And of course, there's preferences for everybody. There's some people like chocolate, some people like vanilla. So this is just our loosest ride, just to broaden our spectrum of our rides. These 152s, we have the Bad Unicorn 152 and the Snow Beast. Both the same ski, just a different graphic. Nothing exciting here. It is cool graphics though, so one's more of a, you know, we came up with this just have more of a chick version, but so many dudes, I'm riding it too. I think Rich rides. Everybody runs the Bad Unicorn. So it's just more of a, this one rides more of a snowboard, very playful switch, straight riding, jumps, trees, groomers, just pretty much rides everything, very all around. And pretty much been my go-to this year has been the 152. So now, of course, we have the 169, which love it or hate it, this thing will do 75 miles an hour. It's a very long ski, very intimidating.
Yeah. Now, is that the one
thing rides, man? It will make the mountain small. It's still nimble, still rides. I was just telling these dudes, man, when you ride this thing in the trees, it's scary because it is fucking fast. But it's doable. I think Trenton rides it a lot.
Now, is that the one the guy set the record on or whatever?
Yeah. Patrick went 75, I think it is, 121 kilometers. What was it, Jim?
121 or 122.
Yeah, something like that.
What's the side cut like? It doesn't look like
man, I don't know. I don't remember the exact math on the side cuts. It's 120 at the waist. And I don't remember all the measurements. Mike at Folsom crushes it so much that I don't even have to worry about that shit anymore.
It's all right. I was just trying to sound like I know what I'm talking about.
I could throw some bullshit out there, but somebody will call me out on it. I'll sound like a fucking asshole.
So that's your largest offering there.
This is a 169. I'm 6'2". Oops. I'm 6'2", and it comes up to my lips, you know. So, but I'll tell you, I know a lot of people who aren't 6'2" that ride this and love it. It's very handling. It's intimidating because it's long, but man, does it hook up? It cruises, and it shocks people.
So since you got that there, I want to ask you about the hole patterns. So is that?
I definitely want to. Yes, I'm going to address that. I have a ski set up to show you with that.
Okay. Well, I don't want to jump the gun, but can I just ask you, is it 3 different, you don't have to, well, I guess.
Well, let me pull over a truck, please. I'll show you.
Because we want to definitely talk about the last ski that you have in the offering, which is
the new one. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's talk about that one and then go to the holes.
Okay. So this one is our new powder design. Well, we gave it an early rise, an extra early rise. Pulled the camber back so it's slightly tucked behind the back truck a little. It's 124 at the waist. It's man, this thing floats, and it is a beast. And we didn't realize it, but it will ride groomers and trees like no tomorrow. So what it actually has is the side cut of this is the equivalent side cut to this 138 tucked onto this ski.
Just got a bigger nose, and you've got what is it, the swallowtail on the back.
So we started it from this 152. So I was riding it in the backcountry along with this one, mixing them up. So I wanted something like this, but wider, longer. So we gave it 4 centimeters more in the nose, gave it a powder profile, put it in front, gave it more of a powder profile and widened it. So the stance is relatively the same, just has more of a relieving tail. I've ridden it switch a little, but it's very directional. So this thing is really unbelievable in the powder, groomers, and trees, everything.
Yeah, it looks like it would just float really nice with that.
Let me pull it out.
Cutting.
Fairly thick in the wrappers. This is also, these are both Rich Christmas graphics up here. I love these. You know, when you're riding this thing and you look down at this face, man, it just makes me smile.
Oh yeah, look at that. Let me get a close up of that one.
The name, we call it Shred the Fluff Up. At the time, I was actually just going to call it Shut the Fuck Up. I just went over here about all the bullshit. Andrew and Rich were like, no, we can't do that. So we softened it up and Shred the Fluff Up. But it's so fun. It's a great ski. So the deal with the holes, like you were asking, said it normally here for the groomers on 156, 152, 156, and 169 had the option where you can set the puck and trucks back where your whole deck sets back. So you get more of a tail ride, which is how I have this one set up. You see it's got extra nose and you're sitting nice on the tail. Can you see it in there? So it sets it back enough.
Yeah, that looks, wow, look at that.
Man, it is fast in the powder. It is fast.
So what if you're set back like that and you're like, oh, I want to try. So let's say I'm in the lift line and I'm like, I want to move it up. I want to do a run, move it up. How easily can I make that switch?
Well, a lot of times what we do is I made it to where the decks are interchangeable with each other. So if I want to put this deck on this ski, I can pop it in. Basically, 4 bolts or 10 millimeters. It's something I would preset the truck, but we can swap decks super quickly. If I wanted to ride this, say I want to ride this tomorrow. Let me pull my deck on it and pull this one off. This has been my go-to ski. This bad unicorn. So say I was riding this today and we're out of powder and I'm gonna go ride groomers tomorrow. Pop it on. Throw the bolts in. Easier upside down. You see, I should put my glasses on to do this too. I'm trying to pretend I can see, but I'm pretty blind. So, you know, I'm gonna tighten the bolts now tomorrow. Ride the unicorn. So
they just click. It just clicks right in. You just push it through.
Well, you know, you got to tighten the nuts and bolts. I left that part out.
Yeah.
You know, but if you're gonna do, if it's snowing tonight, I'll set these pucks back.
Yeah.
But if not, you know, you just pop them in the front. I left this one loose just to demo. Move them up. Rides groomers also. Move them both up, of course.
Gotcha.
It does ride groomers fairly well, set back, but it's really more appreciated in the powder, in deep powder. This forward rides powder great. Me and Jim took them out in the backcountry with each setting doing tests, and it was just, both of them were great, but set back, man, this thing surfed. Oof. I think Jim was standing on the nose of his board and it wouldn't even sink.
Whoa.
Doing a 1-footer. Wow. Set back. That's right.
Oh, nice.
So we were just doing stupid shit like that, playing with it. So that's the option we have, just, you know, to give it less tail. Some people even maybe like to ride it back there.
I'm Rich Fisher. I'm like the art director for Aloud Snowskates. I designed our logo and I handle most of like the graphics for our skis and our fucking decks and shirts and stuff like that. We'll walk you through a couple graphics. This was the first graphic. This is the first one I did. This is our Snow Beast. I met Ed a few years ago at the tattoo shop I work at, and he was talking about starting up Aloud and needed some people to do graphics. So me and all the guys at the shop kind of handled that. I did the Snow Beast graphic, and I did this new STFU graphic that he kind of showed off already. And then the other guys that I work with handled everything else. Like my boss, Adrian Holcomb, handled the Hare Razor graphic and did our bad unicorn. Another guy at the shop, Rob, did our Sorcerer. Another guy did Marcus did the Black Sheep. Yeah, I'm pretty stoked to be involved. And like, I met Ed a few years ago, like I said, and he's a pretty like old head punk rock guy, you know, and I'm a little bit older. And when we talked about graphics, he kind of wanted to do like some more 80s looking graphics for everything. And I was like super about it, you know? So
yeah,
we've been doing all that stuff. And like we did last year, I did a run of these like custom decks. You know, we did like 12 of these on some of our fishtail decks. But yeah, I've been doing this stuff for him for a little bit now, and it's been pretty fun. I like personally like riding our 152s. I think they're the most versatile skate that we have. But I ride all of our stuff. I ride STFU in the deep snow. I ride like a 138 Hare Razor for like park stuff or in our yard park a lot. But yeah, this has been a really fun project to be involved with.
That's cool. So how many years have you been snow skating, and how did you first get introduced
honestly,
to it?
I've only been snow skating like a few years now. I didn't grow up as like a skate kid or anything like that. I've been snowboarding for like 30 years. And I was pretty hesitant to ride a snow skate. You know, I was like pretty scared of them, to be honest. Yeah. And I got involved with Aloud, and then as soon as our skis came back, it was like demo day, you know, like test fest day. So that was my first day skating, and I mean, honestly, they felt really, really natural. I think our 52s feel really close to like riding a snowboard, more or less.
Okay.
Pretty easy transition to make.
So what would you say to somebody who is a little hesitant?
They just get on one and ride it before you knock it too much. You know, you don't get shit whipped to the ground catching edges. You just go sliding out like a bird skater. It's not like the sketchiest, craziest fucking thing to ever try and do, especially if you're already into snow sports.
Hey guys, my name is Kaylee Branch. I'm a part of the team as well. And my favorite skate is the Hare Razor. It's like the smallest one. So I think it's best for beginners. I'm actually been snowboarding for only 2 years. So I'm not a crazy good snowboarder, but I can make it down anything. And I can actually make it down a blue on this. So that's like my favorite part of the year, was getting down a blue on this. But it's super fun. It just like, it made my mountain experience like just super fun. All my friends were wanting to try it. I got a lot of my girlfriends on it. So yeah.
So how long have you been snow skating? Did you just start recently?
Yeah, this season. I think I got on it, I don't know, like January.
Oh,
so
wow.
Not crazy long, but it only took me, I got on a blue within 5 days probably, but
cool.
I got down the mountain, like down the greens, like within the first day, making S turns at the end of my run. So
what would you say to any of the ladies out there that are interested in trying?
Oh my gosh, you have to try it. You have to get on it like tomorrow.
Yesterday.
Yes, yesterday.
So we're trying to encourage the beginners of it, especially with newcomers. So they're your brother?
Yeah, so my brother came up to visit me. I'm originally from Texas, not skiing family. And so it was probably like his third day on skis. And I was like, hey, Justin, you got to get on a snow skate.
And they both tried the skate, and it was just so much easier for them because they could just walk onto it, walk off of it. I didn't have to hike up the hill and like pick them up. They could just like try it, like just jump on, jump off. And it wasn't scary. Like she was so scared of falling on the skis. And then when she was on the snow skate, she was like, oh, I can just step off and step on. I don't have boots, bindings, like none of that. And you don't have to learn how to get off the chair either. So like,
Yeah, like they didn't have any hard falls at all. They were just like, wow.
Their knees weren't they weren't sore,
Their
you
ankles
know,
didn't hurt.
like they weren't in pain, like, and they're just learning how to walk on the snow for the first time. They're not like expert skiers or anything, but like,
right.
you know.
And that's the beauty of you guys being able to have a quiver that you guys can share with people, and you can just be that ambassador on the mountain and say, hey, look, no, take a run with me. Look, I got you covered. I'm going to show you, I'm going to be there. I'm going to walk you through it.
Right.
And then they're sold, right? Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm really excited for next season, man, because I've gotten like so many friends and friends of friends on these skates this year. But next year we're going to be doing like official demo days. We're going to have it all legit.
It is fun to ride with other skaters, right? I mean, that's like, that's some, I mean, I'm a lone wolf, right? I always was with snowboarding and still am with snow skating. But when I get to take that run with another snow skater, it's like, it just makes my day, you know? I'm like, well, that was probably one of my better runs, you know, just because I got to hang out with somebody else or, you know, get pushed, right?
Yeah, there was one day this year, I think it was probably my favorite day. We weren't even on like the mountain, like on the chairlift. We were just like driving up this don't ask me how we did this, but we had like a shuttle and we filled it up with like 20 kids, and they all had a snow skate because we had enough demos for everybody. So like all 20 of them were trying these things out, and some of them just like sat on them because it was dark and icy and just like rode them like a sled, and they were having a blast anyway. And some of them tried standing on them, tried making S-turn, started getting it down. And that was like the biggest, most exciting demo day of the year. It wasn't even like official or anything. It was just like random, spontaneous, like fun. Just like, hey, I got 20 friends that want to try the snow skate, and I got 20 snow skates. So let's go. Like, come on.
We even had Eddie out there showing us and everything. So
We brought all of them, all the demos.
Yeah,
we had
every
all the
demo.
demos. We had 3 team riders teaching everybody. It was awesome. It was a great time.
Eddie.
Yo.
Hey, I got a question for you, man. So your leashes.
Yes.
Do you make them? Do you
No,
sub or
bungee. They're bungees.
Okay.
So, we got both styles. I use these on the powder skates, or if you're in the powder more, it's very stretchy. Now, what happened, I was using this leash, which is my normal groomer park leash, which is the standard coil. And when I fall on the powder, the ski would sit for a minute. Then you do this, and then that fucker would come and nail the shit out of you. So these are more friendly in the powder. You'll fall over there, and your skate stays over there. Then you regroup all your shit and go to town. But these I like in the park and stuff, just because it's a shorter, springier on the groomer's end on that. But they're bungee. I hooked up with Adam on Florida Powder Skates. Remember him? Yeah. Super cool dude. And he hooks me up with bungees, and I buy and buy the shit ton.
So if somebody wanted an ungy bungy,
I got it. If he don't have them, I have them. We have them on our site.
This is probably my favorite ski. It's the 138 Sorcerer with just the regular deck on it. I also have the 56 and the other 38 that just fell. This is one of Rich's he was talking about earlier. You can't really see it, but it's got the custom graphic under there. But yeah, this is my go-to is the 138 Sorcerer. I like the little bit stiffer deck. The other one's a little more playful and soft for the park, but for going down the mountain, I take 138 typically, Sorcerer.
So can people buy the decks, or are those just your creation for yourself?
They can buy them. I have the opposite colors because I use black and yellow track top, obviously. So I have yellow with the black moons. That's just not used right now. Somebody could buy it if they want. Ed has all the colors, and I can use whatever ones I want. So I just think of what I think would look cool on there and try to make it.
Sick. So how long have you snow skated?
Just a couple of years. I mean, I had a burnt junkyard back in like 2010 when I was living in South Lake Tahoe. but I never took it to the resort or anything. I just rode it in the yard. But other than that, I think just when he started making the prototypes is when I got back on one. So about 3 years ago, I think.
Yeah.
So why should somebody get on an Aloud Snowskate? Why should they try it?
I think it rides the best. We have Libtex, Hublands, a Burton Junkyard, and those all ride great in the yard, I think. But whenever I take it on the hill and start going faster, it just gets a little sketchy for me. And I mean, I'm by no means a great snow skater or snowboarder, so I just get out there and have fun.
Cool. Are you guys planning on going to any of the events, or did you throw product at any of the Snowskate events this year?
For life, we always do a Dew Tour.
We had a Snowskate giveaway at the Dew Tour with Strap In for Life, and that was over in Copper Mountain, and we gave one away there. I think next year we're going to hit a lot more of the events, be a little more established, and have all the product ready to go.
Yeah, I mean, I know last time I was talking with Eddie, I was like, man, just, you know, you guys just go out, meet the other people that are making, the other builders, the other people that compete. It's really a big family, you know, but it's actually very small. You know, it's very small, but yet it's a big, you know what I mean?
Yeah. We were at the Minturn event that they did 2 years ago.
Okay.
They didn't do it this past year.
No.
And I think Trenton and PJ were both at the Silverthorne event where they had a little rail jam down there.
Oh, cool.
That was about a month ago, I think.
You know, I really should be one to talk, because I haven't gone to those events. I'm not going to those events. Just, you know, it's a long way. I want to, I'd love to, you know, just,
yeah.
I'm in Boise. So I'm like, it's a trip for me to go to the peninsula. You know what I mean? Just to like, I don't know. I want to, you know, I want to go to Silver. I want to go see the Boyd Hill guys. I want to go do the Serpentine Massacre. That's the one I think that you guys should definitely try to do next year. The Serpentine Massacre, the race.
Where's that one at?
That one's at Snoqualmie Pass. I think it's usually like
northern Idaho, right?
No, it's like just like 45 minutes east of Seattle.
Nice.
Washington. You were just by there, PJ. Oh, yeah.
And actually, Patrick was in a contest over in Europe. I'm not sure what country he's in, but he won the best trick in Austria.
Skates from Hell.
Sick.
Skates from Hell was the competition.
It's awesome.
No-footed backflip, I think it was.
Yeah. I was saying it was a no-footed backflip he won the contest with.
I think.
Well, hey, you got guys doing backflips on your skates. I mean, that's sick. You know?
Yeah, and he's hitting the big jumps in the big park with it.
That's wild. God, it's come so far.
So it's PJ here. This year I had a chance to rotate a prototype top deck through all 5 of our sub decks, and man, dude, I could talk to your ear off for hours, but the main thing I got to say is we've got a ski for everything right here. We've got a ski for everything. Whole mountain, you know, you can rip it. And our newest ski is the Hare Razor, which I did a kickflip on first try. So to anyone who says, can you kickflip? Like, yeah, I can, but it's fun because it's good for beginners and it's good for the park. So we're kind of covering all our bases right there with the new Hare Razor. And then the second newest ski is the STFU right here. And I'd have to say this is my favorite because I think it's the most versatile. Like, you don't have to ride it on a powder day. You can ride it on any day, man. You're gonna have a blast because it's a little more set back. It's quick around the turns and more nimble in the trees. And yeah, man. And my roommate Trenton, he's been riding the heck out of this thing, and I want to let him talk about it a little more because it is my favorite ski in the fleet. I'd have to say.
What's up, PJ?
Yo, Trenton, here's take it away.
STFU, shred the fluff up. This thing is so much fun. I've been using this for backcountry actually. Did Baldy, Breckenridge, Mount Baldy, and also hiked up some rabbit ears. And we even got this little hike path in Frisco that we did. Anyways, there's so many hiking paths out there up here in the winter in Colorado, anywhere you go where you could just have the leash to you, lay it down. You can put your buddy's snowboard on it, skis, and then you just like pretty much walk up like a toboggan. And we had a trip over in the San Juans. If you look up our Instagrams and stuff, you can see we had an awesome backcountry run in the San Juans. We were just hitting fresh lines and powder. My buddy had skis. He was boot packing up this run we were doing. And then my other friend who was with us, she had a snowboard. I did it like a sled. I had the leash around me and I put the skis and snowboard on it. And we were able to hike up and do a backcountry run, just all of us. And it was awesome. It's such a good tool to have in the backcountry. You can do lower angle stuff because you can fly on these things. You have one ski that's it's 124, 124 width. And man, it's been awesome working with these guys. Aloud. If you need to try, you need to try the Aloud Snowskates. Everyone who snowskates needs to try it. And I'm excited to get out to more events. I did the pond skim here at Breckenridge. We're going to get the Aloud Snowskates across the pond skim. I didn't quite make it across, but we're going to do it. And Andrew, Eddie's son, he has been a big part of getting this out there as well. And here, let me come on in.
Take over.
Yeah.
All right. I'm in the hot seat now. So I'm Andrew Sixberry. I'm Eddie's middle child. And I own a shirt printing business and a sticker printing business. I build websites. So I took over the social media and online presence, essentially.
I don't know how to do any of this.
Yeah, Dad's old school. Technology confuses him, and I was like, sit back, I got this. So it's cool. It's like a family unit. You know, it's everybody here, even if we're not blood, it feels like we're still related, you know?
That's awesome. Yeah, the website looks real clean, and I just love what you guys are doing. I'm glad to see you out, and you know, when I was talking to your dad and he was like, yeah, we're just gonna kind of, you know, I understand getting your ducks in a row, and it makes me feel good that you guys have gotten to this point. You know, the skate to Fluff Up wasn't even available when we talked.
Yeah,
it's great to see that. It's good to hear that it's riding so well.
We dropped the Hare razor pre-release. That's supposed to be next season's. We got a small batch, sold out immediately. Like, I feel like this is the last one in a wrapper. So same thing, huge impact. Everybody was ready for it. So we had to drop it early. We got, you know, a rush ordered batch done and let them fly.
Well, I'm glad you guys came back on and we were able to go through, you know, the quiver that you guys offer, because I feel like people need to know that these are built in Colorado, correct?
Yep.
Colorado built, you know, no outsourcing. This is
everything is done in-house. Like I said, I own a shirt printing business, so I print all the merch. Rich designs it. Everybody here test rides them. Dad created it. And after like 2 years, I was like, all right, I want to get on board. And he was like, all right, they're not ready yet. And I'm like, what do you mean they're not ready? We have skis, we have top decks. Like, what's not ready? He's like, they need to be perfect. And I'm like, what? He literally lost sleep over 1/8 of an inch on placement for like 3 months. like pulling his hair out. Like, I don't know what, like it feels good, but this feels better, but then it doesn't, and this does, and then like broke everything down to the micro, and you know, that's where we're at now.
And that's what makes the end product, right? It's
exactly
that dedication. Hey, I want to thank you all for coming on Aqua Brain.
Thanks for having all of us on. We really appreciate it. We had a blast, and we'll see y'all next winter.
Aloud Snowskates.
Aloud.
We're not allowed everywhere, but we're working on it.
So this is our brand new spiced rum.
Invisible one for
To the Aqua.
Thanks for joining us on this installment of Aqua Brain TV. Check us out at Brain Aqua. Decided to subscribe to us, and here's a video we think you'll like. See you on the next one.